Welcome back, sports fans. In this segment, I'm going to preview the Spartans game with the Nittany Lions. The overall series is 17-16-1 in favor of the Spartans over the Nittany Lions. The Spartans have not had a good history, however, in Happy Valley since the Nittany Lions joined the Big Ten. And while they have the overall series edge, the Nittany Lions have won more games since joining the Big Ten in the series. However, with that having been said, it doesn't really change the complexion of what the Spartans have done in Happy Valley too much since the Nittany Lions have joined the Big Ten. However, with that having been said, a lot of their success has been recent, as they've won 3 out of the last 4 games there. But bear in mind, they did not win last year's game in East Lansing and lost it by a score of 28-7. So what does that say about about Friday, about Saturday's game? Excuse me, couldn't get it out. I would say it depends on how you look at it. If the Spartans play like they did against the Wolverines, which is their only road win of the season, or they played like they did against Northwestern Wildcats, I give them a pretty good shot in Happy Valley of winning that game. However, my gut feeling tells me, with this being the last game for both teams this season, I would say, I don't see the Nittany Lions, especially for the seniors, losing in Happy Valley. And I don't know when the last time they lost their last game in Happy Valley other than to the Spartans. And like I said, 3 out of the last 4 years. I just don't see it. The Spartans, more often than not, have not played very well. The Nittany Lions, on the other hand, have won, I believe, their last 2, at least their last 2 games, and if I'm not mistaken, their last 3 now. I'll say their last 2, last 2 rather. But with that having been said, I just think they're the hotter team and they're the better team going into this game than the Spartans are. And I think they have a lot more to play for than the Spartans do, to be sure. What'll be interesting to me to see is whether or not this game is a blowout. And I could be. If the Spartans play like they did against the Buckeyes and turn the ball over, commit all kinds of penalties, they're asking to be blown out. But if they can keep it clean, and if they start Peyton Thorne, which I would do if I were Mel Tucker, I'd give them a shot at keeping it close throughout. It still may not mean they'll win at the end, but I believe they can be very competitive in the game. I just don't see them prevailing. For those of you who were wanting to know about the Michigan Wolverines, they did not play last Saturday due to coronavirus within their team, or coronavirus outbreak rather, and their game with the Buckeyes has been canceled and had been, and I had a breaking news segment about that earlier in the week. Next week, for college football recap, I will sum up the Wolverines season as well as the Spartans season, and it'll be the last episode of the year, barring something unexpected, at least in terms of the Big Ten. I may have something about the college football playoff. I'm planning on it. Depending on how that goes, I'm not certain as of this time, but stay tuned for that. And also, for those of you who are interested, stay tuned to the Detroit Lions this Saturday, where I will preview their game with the Green Bay Packers. And even if you're not interested, chances are you might be a Packers fan. You might want to tune in anyway, just to see what I say about that game and see what my prediction is for it. And that will do it for another episode of College Football Recap. If you're on the roads, drive safely. Have a good day. Stay safe. And take care of yourselves. Goodbye for now.